We, as modern African women, should remember that not too long ago, the minds of the entire nation through education were molded by the vision of women. And increasingly, thanks to the fact that more mothers are teaching their sons to be handy in the home, and more African men are willing to cook and clean and take over the so-called traditional chores of women in the home. It therefore stands to reason that more and more African women should find themselves actively competing with men for the same positions in government, business, commerce, and other leadership roles in industry and in the media. On the show with me today, I have a group of powerful African women who will help me discuss this topic of the changing role of the African woman. So I'm going to take my freshly baked cakes and join them round the table. Sometimes women, we can be haters.
Absolutely.
I mean, really, because you get a powerful woman in a powerful position, and instead of affirming other women, she has issues with her, she's jealous of her, she puts her down. She's even worse than a male boss sometimes.
There were one or two of those in my team, but I would to say there were some powerful women, there were one or two of those.
BITCH.
But you have to be able to stick up for yourself in that environment too, and it teaches you a lot. It teaches you about yourself. Yeah, absolutely, it toughens you too.
I want to talk about the role, the changing role of the African woman. I don't think the roles have changed fundamentally.
Yes.
Exactly. I think the context within which we are operating those roles is what has changed.
Okay.
We still raise children.
There you go.
We still make homes. We still earn a living. We still do all the things that we've been doing, for many years. But in the changing sphere of the direction in which the world is going, information technology and in the modern world, trying to balance this role within this new context that we find ourselves is where the challenge is.
Has that role really changed? Because we talk about it, but has it really changed?
Well, I feel like the role of the African woman has to be simultaneously looked. We have to simultaneously look at the role of the changing African man. We can't have one. They need to work
without the other.
Exactly. They need to work together. They need to work together.
And how do you see that changing role for the man?
Well, for many ways. I mean, so even for women, I mean, we talked about how you have 3 children, etc. I want to see more panels with men in which we talk about the man's family life.
That's actually a very good point.
Usually at conferences I go to where there's a woman, we ask her, how does she balance the two? Ask men how they balance the family life and the work life, because that puts pressure on them that, exactly, I have a family. Exactly, am I doing the right thing by my family? Am I balancing the two? Am I all work? But yeah, there's many different ways when you look at gender roles, men and women. No,
but isn't it that women, I don't know, we have been made somehow to be able to balance. Men don't balance as well. I don't know whether it's just part of who we are and our makeup. Yes. I think that women can multitask. Women can, carry the baby on her back and be pounding the fufu.
Because we've had to, but once again, the changing role of the African man, they need to as well.
Are things changing?
But at every level, I mean, things are changing, but it's baby steps. Because at every level, women are facing discrimination. That's because we still haven't made that breakthrough. At all the decision-making tables, the men are there.
Yeah.
We are not ably represented at the highest decision-making tables to make the decisions that will fundamentally affect women.
Is that really true? Look at Joyce Banda, okay? She was a market woman. She is Malawi's first female president. Look at the Liberian president. Things are changing. We're talking about Africa as a continent.
Yes, Gina, but how many? If you compare it to men, that's why I said we are making some
baby
strides.
steps. Yeah,
it's baby steps.
But I think that becoming president of your nation is not just a baby step. That's pretty major. Then you look at even Ghana. Look at the number of women in government.